Now that you've done some thinking about what you notice about these representations, remember that's a way you could show a number or decompose a number. Let's talk about each one, and then we'll talk about what you noticed. So the first one we saw some dots on a 10 frame. The next one we saw a math sentence. It says, 2 and 7 is 9. Next, we saw a set of red dots and a set of yellow dots. And then you saw a mat. We would call that a part whole mat. You might remember that from Mrs. Whitley. So those are all the different things we saw. Now let's talk about what you noticed. And remember, I said when you are noticing things, you might be thinking about what's the same about each one or similar and what is different. So the first thing you might have noticed is that some of these representations have numbers or words, and some have pictures. You might have also noticed that there are different colors. Give me a thumbs up if you noticed one of those things. I bet you did notice that. But you also might have noticed some things like in all of these examples, the total number is 9. Let's check. Here we had our 10 frame. I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 red. Let me keep going. 8, 9. So there are 9 dots on that 10 frame. 7 are red and 2 are yellow. In the math sentence, we see the numbers 2 and 7 is 9. So that means, again, there's a 2 and a 7, and we're putting it together to get the number 9. There were 9 here. There's 9 there. Now let's check this one. It's just a picture of the counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red. Is that the same? We've noticed that in all of our examples, and there are 1, 2 yellow. 7 and 2 makes 9. So that one's another way of showing the same number. And then we have our part whole mat. Here's a part, here's a part, here's the whole or the total. What's that number? 9. Here's one part, which is the red ones. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the same as before. And here's the other part, the yellow ones. How many are there? 2. 7 and 2 is 9. So we might have noticed that all of these examples show 7 and 2 coming together to make 9. But you probably also noticed there were different ways to help us organize our thinking. This one showed a 10 frame. This math sentence used numbers and words. Here are some objects or counters, and this is a part whole mat. I bet you chose one of these, or you might have had a different way to show it to help you organize your thinking. So even though each one of these ways is a little bit different, it gives us the same information. As a math thinker or a mathematician, I can use different ways to show an amount or a combination. So I have one more job for you. One of these ways or two of these ways are probably things that you do all the time. Maybe you always use your counters, or you always use a 10 frame, or you always write the numbers. But there might be a way that's a little bit different or new for you. I want you to choose one of these ways of thinking, of organizing your thinking, and use it to show me a different combination of 9. All of these pictures showed 2 and 7 to make 9. But can you use one of these things to show me a different way to make 9? So maybe you're going to get out your 10 frame and show me a different way to make 9. You can't use 2 and 7. Maybe you're going to write a number sentence to show me a different way to make 9. Maybe you're going to draw a part whole mat and show me a different way to make the number 9. Try to choose something that challenges you and then send me a video showing me which tool you used and the different combination you used to make 9.